What up? Will here with my mustache for another incredible episode of
Ask Parachute.
So this whole Ask Parachute episode is going to be revolving around the album, our new album, The Way It Was, which comes out May 17th, Tuesday, May 17th. It's going to be available on iTunes and stores everywhere, so make sure to pick it up. But I'm going to answer your questions because a lot of people are asking questions, and I decided might as well address them all in a video. So this is that video. First question comes from Ben Hackney, and he's asking, did you guys write on the road, or did you sit down and write at home? For this album, it was a little bit of both. Wrote a lot while we were in Europe with Kelly Clarkson, and when I was off traveling on my own. We wrote a lot here at home when we were in town working on the other songs, so it was kind of a continuous thing, but it started out on the road and finished, the writing process finished at home and then actually in LA while we were recording the album. Hunter Newton asked, which song was the easiest to write and which one took the most time to write? The easiest to write was, that's a good question, a song called Philadelphia, which is the last song on the album, and the hardest song to write was a song called American Secrets, which took 6 months. Next question comes from Yuda Hanada, and she asks, which song is your favorite song from this album? It changes every day for me. There's a song called What I Know that I love. I love Something to Believe in. American Secrets is one of my favorite songs I've ever written. A song called Forever and Always is, again, one of my favorite songs. So I love all of them, and I think that's what is exciting about this album, is because we decided to just kill all the filler, only make it killer. And we're really excited about every song. Next question comes from Sylvanara Sovi, and she asks, was there a song on the album or a song that just suddenly tied things up? Was there a song that made the album or a song that just suddenly tied up the whole album? The song Kiss Me Slowly, which I wrote with my good friend Charles and Dave, and the song American Secrets came about when we finished recording over the summer. We took a break, toured, and then decided that we needed 2 more songs to fit the record. So we had 7 that worked out great, and we wanted 2 more. And we had, well, even more than 7. We had like 9 or 10, I think, and then we wanted 2 more that were a certain, style, and we thought something was missing. So American Secrets and Kiss Me Slowly kind of filled in those and wrapped it all up. Gabby Gillen asks, how did you end up working with the gospel chorus, and how was it working with them? It was amazing, getting into making the album now. A lot of the songs I had an idea in my head about what it should sound like, and for that song and a couple others, the gospel choir was always in my head. So I decided we were going to, we found some friends who were incredible singers, got to work with them, and it was just an amazing experience. How would we compare the making of this album to the making of the last one? That comes from MC Hawes. I think we knew we were doing a little bit more this time around, and I know a lot of bands say that, and I hate when they say that, but I do think that we worked in a way that we worked on each song separately. A lot of bands do it like drums on all the songs, and bass on all the songs, and then guitar on all the songs. But we decided that we wanted to do each song separately and work on that until it's finished. So we'd work on one song at a time, get everything done with it, listen to it down, decide if we... And obviously we made changes later on, but for the most part we kept them as, single things, so we could just concentrate on that, and no one got bored because Johnny was done with his drums immediately or something, or Alex was done with his bass, and they were both waiting around for everybody else to finish. It was everybody was in at all times working, and I think it was just different. We did it song by song, which was great. What's your favorite memory from making this album? That comes from Suzanne. I enjoyed getting up. Living in Venice Beach was a lot of fun. LA is a great city, but Venice is a really cool place to live, and we had a great house. I just loved hanging out on the beach with everybody. Johnny and I would get up every morning and go surfing, and then go into the recording studio. So it was literally a dream lifestyle. Surf, recording studio, Tiger Woods golf, hang out with friends, and we are very lucky to get to do that. But I think this whole summer was just a good summer. Will, were any of these songs made while you were still rocking a mustache? If you did, these songs were probably very sophisticated and really deep meaning. From Lauren Brady. Yes, the last time I had a mustache was during the making of The Way It Was, and I had one the whole time. If you look at studio pictures on our Facebook, there are definitely lots of shots of me with this thing. It's not quite as thick as it was, but I'm getting there. So it was, yeah, the whole album was recorded with the mustache. How did you come up with the album title? Comes from Jessica L. The Way It Was, I unknowingly said it twice. Once in a song called American Secrets, and the other in a song called What I Know. And in What I Know, the line is, I'm not certain of the way it was. And in American Secrets, I'm still dancing alone with the way it was. And it was one of those things where I didn't realize at the time, people kind of pointed out, oh, we sang that twice, and we'd already chosen that as the album title before we realized that we also said it in What I Know. But we just thought it kind of summed up the mood, and I don't know, it just fit the songs, so we went with it. Did you guys goof off while recording? Are you pretty serious in the studio? That comes from Michael Beaton. We had a little bit of both. We love working hard, and we're a very hard-working band, but obviously we're 5 best friends, so it's kind of hard not to have fun together. And as many of you know, we're a pretty goofy band, so it was a good mix of both. I think the perfect mix of both. How was it working with John Fields? And that comes from Chris Erickson. John Fields is our favorite producer of all time. He is, I think, the best producer on the planet, bar none. He worked hard, but he had a ton of fun. So as I said earlier, it was the perfect combination. He understood what we wanted to do with it, and he didn't want to get in the way of that. He wanted to help it. I feel like we met with a lot of producers that were very... they heard what we had to say and said, okay, well, this is how I do it. Whereas John heard it and said, yes, now here's how we're going to make that happen. And so that's why we chose John. He's awesome. Was it difficult to choose 9 songs for the album? Are there songs you wish made the cut? From Devin Morrow. Yeah. We only have 9 songs on the album, and a lot of people asked about that. But to be honest, we have 9 songs because 2 of them are 7.5 minutes long. So they're basically like 2 songs in one. And we wanted to keep it under 10 because a lot of our favorite albums only have 9 songs, 8 or 9 songs actually. We just decided that it was a good number, and because of the length of the other songs, it's actually the same length as a normal 11-song CD. So hopefully that makes sense. But we think you're going to like all the songs too. All right, we have some very specific questions about certain songs. Kiss Me Slowly. There are 3 questions. Aaron Chapman asked, who's Kiss Me Slowly written about? I cannot tell you. It was written about someone very specific. And the next question, Katie, she asked, after you write a song about someone, do you tell them or do you keep it a secret? Kiss Me Slowly, the person knows exactly who it's about. They know it's about them. I did not do that on the first album with a certain song, and I regretted it, so I decided this time I was just going to do it for all the songs, not pick and choose, and this one is no. Kiss Me Slowly, they know, and you will never know. Why do you sing about blue eyes in Kiss Me Slowly? Is that your preferred eye color? No, but that was their eye color, so I ran with it. What's the story behind What I Know, and did it happen to you or someone else in the band? I wrote What I Know when I was in Russia visiting a friend. Russia was a weird place and a very cool place. I love Russia, but it was weird in that it was very foreign to me. So I ended up writing a song called What I Know while I was there. It wasn't from a direct experience of mine. I knew what it felt like, but it was more just a story that I kind of came up with and ran with it. And you'll understand what I mean when you hear the song. Next question, Suzanne Cesario asked, was American Secrets a solid idea for one song, or was it more than one idea that eventually molded into one epic song? Great question. I don't know how you know that, but it is kind of 2 songs in one. We decided that they were very similar in vibe, and actually one song was kind of the completion of the other, so we put them together as one, and it's 7.5 minutes of epicness. That song took me 6 months to write. It went through a bunch of different lyric changes. I knew what I wanted it to sound like, and I knew exactly, I pictured in my mind what I wanted it to be like, but it was just a very long process. And I've always heard about people writing songs for that long, but I didn't actually think it was true, because I was like, usually run it fast, but that song literally took 6.5 months to get right, so it is, finished, and you will hear it soon enough. May 17th, the new album comes out. New singles are out now. You and Me, Kiss Me Slowly, Something to Believe In. We got another single coming out the week of release. a little surprise for you, which you will find out. And there'll be plenty more videos to come. But hope this answered your questions. Hope this gets you excited about the album. And yeah, make sure to tell your friends, and we'll keep on giving you updates. Peace.
Ask Parachute.